Where are you based at the moment?
I'm based in Dubai, but traveling around. So right now I'm in Lisbon.
How is Dubai, by the way? Because I'm going there with my wife in January, and it's a 6-hour flight for us. What is it like there?
Probably the best place to be in crypto. Tons of smart people, lots
Sure.
of opportunity. Very artificial city. I'm not sure if you've never been. Like, it's very different than the UK. Very artificial, good weather. But yeah, for networking, best place to be.
Brilliant.
Hi, guys.
Hi there, David. Welcome.
Hi, guys.
Let's say hello. Is Anna going to be joining us as well, David, or not today?
No.
Very good. Okay.
All right, guys.
David, you're welcome to start.
Did Fedor, did he share the slides with you and the comments already? Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah, and I sent to him now our new pitch deck. So can you please check his message?
Second. Okay, so this is from just now. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not sure if I have time now to like go through all of this, but you want to go through the new pitch deck instead of the old one?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me put them next to each other. Did he also share the Revolut pitch deck with you? Because I think that's amazing. Okay,
yeah, of course. When we are create the new pitch deck, looking for the Revolut pitch deck.
Amazing, cool. Sorry for the bells in the background. It's like like in the city center, and they play these bells.
Okay.
All right, guys. Then yeah, do you want to walk me through it and like present us if you would present to one of the funds, and then I can give like feedback afterwards. I'm not sure how much like Fedor told you about me on the platform. I have a classic banking background, so I used to work in London, work for BlackRock on their hedge fund business. So was part of a long short hedge fund for a few years, and then went on to Switzerland to run an equity portfolio for a family office there. And then earlier this year, pivoted into crypto full time. I've been in this space since 2018, since Uniswap is around. So that kind of got me hooked on how they use automated market makers rather than order books. And been working for Binance now since beginning of the year. Within that, I'm part of the industry research team. So we have a token research team and industry research team, with the industry research team being more big picture on thinking about, what are trends we're seeing, but also helping the labs team and the pre-listing team on issues like tokenomics. I think is a big one that we discussed a lot. A bit on like strategic investments in like which space we should be having exposure to. But yeah, so been working on that for the last year, almost a year now. Yeah, so happy to help with these slides. I hope the feedbacks I left are already somewhat useful. Because in the end, like, it's really making sure that, you justify a bit like, what makes you unique and like different. But yeah, I would suggest maybe you guys went through the presentation because I haven't seen the new one yet. And then, while you went through it, I'll read through the slides as well, and then let you know any more questions or anything that I would have from like an investor perspective.
Okay, let me show my screen. Just a second.
All right.
Yeah, do you see my screen?
Can see it.
We are created the platform that called MostFan. This platform is using for making some bridge between the fans and celebrities, tier one celebrities. So we are have a lot talked with the celebrities and the fans, and we find some problems. So the poor popularity monetization. The celebrities can only monetize when they're making some advertisement on their social media or making some videos like on the platform called Cameo. Also, a lot of requests from the fans celebrity gets when they ask celebrities to talk with them, to meet with them, and a lot of like this. So there is a second problem on monetized fans requests. And some celebrities want to join the Web3 area, and it is very painful for them. So this is a third problem, the painful process of entering Web3. So we are we looked for the market size. We looked for some examples that celebrities created with NFTs, and think that the social tokens will be the best opportunity for both sides, like for fans and for the celebrities. As you know, for example, the private launch with the Warren Buffett sold for 90 millions last year. The Grimes sold her NFTs, digital arts, for 6 million, and like 1 month ago, the Bill Murray sold his NFT that works like a ticket to go with him for take some beer for $185,000. So we are looked for the market size, and we have some examples of this market. The OnlyFans and Cameo are best examples in this market. So OnlyFans is exceeding 2.5 billion. And the Cameo valuation is 1 billion. Also, we are looking for the athletes. We are looking for some pop stars, and as you know, the popularity of the football or soccer, it's very high, and every fan of the football in UK spends 5 to 10K every year for the tickets, for the merchandise, and for some I don't know, maybe some TV or maybe some videos on the Cameo. So solutions that we create a full-fledged ecosystem. On our platform, there is three products: Launchpad, Exchange, and Marketplace. On Launchpad, we are launching the tokens of the celebrities. On Exchange, the fans can buy and sell their tokens. And on the Marketplace, fans can buy some exclusive benefits like meetings, in real life, in metaverse, some video calls, some exclusive merchandise for their tokens. So our revenue model is to taking some fees on each step on our platform. As you can see, the fees on the Launchpad, on Exchange, and on Marketplace. About marketing, we are creating some partnerships with the agencies. Already we are signed the agency of Roberto Carlos. That's why the first tier one celebrity on our platform will be the Roberto Carlos, and he will bring us a lot of celebrities because by the contract, they're on the contract they wrote us that they will bring at least 3-4 celebrities tier 1 per the month. So about competitors, you told us that we write a lot of things like DAO or let me tell you some.
It was generally
We will change these competitors, so we will only show the best our sites, so that we are creating the social token for tier 1 celebrities. No anyone else, they don't create the tier 1 celebrities tokenization, and they don't do it like us for fully ecosystem.
I can
only
jump in here, David, if you like, because I've got special expertise with this, Stefan. I used to advise for a project it's very similar called Minted. I know the social token ecosystem very, very well, and ultimately it's in its infancy. So a lot of what these small projects are trying to do is, instead of spending millions trying to get A-list celebrities, they're focusing on very small time Instagram influencers and YouTube influencers, things like that. Now that's where the bulk of the competition is. There really aren't any social token ecosystem platforms that are going for the A-listers, like, for instance, us with Roberto Carlos. Now, because this is our investment strategy, we're really approaching this as a niche market. And it's quite interesting, really, because, a good question here would be, well, what's a platform worth if you've only got 2 or 3 A-list celebrities versus a platform that has maybe 1,000 C-list celebrities? Well, ultimately, there's this gravitational effect. It's like throwing the heaviest ball onto a bed sheet. Ultimately, all the other celebrities that have social tokens on these smaller platforms will gravitate over time, once their contracts expire with these smaller social token platforms, to ours. So it's this interesting strategy of getting maybe a handful of A-listers that will then have such a great gravitational pull that eventually we will be the monopolizer. And what's quite interesting as well, a lot of these small platforms, they all have year-long contracts. So they will onboard an Instagram influencer, a small-time YouTube influencer, and they will market their tokens for them. But there'll be a 1-year expiry. After that 1 year's over, those smaller celebrities may be actually moving to some platforms that they have a great synergy with, usually the platforms that have their idols on, which tend to be the A-listers. So it's a very unique strategy here, and it's a way that we can really undercut all of the other smaller competition. And you'll actually see, David zoomed in very nicely onto the competition's table. Every single other one of our competitors is focusing on B-listers, maximum. I've personally got contacts with agencies that go all the way from Steve Aoki to Will Smith in some regards, and they've all shown an interest in exposure to the social token platform. The price just needs to be right. So really, we're going to be in a different category, and it's why there's actually a lot more potential. But David will go into that a bit later as we go on to the traction segment.
All right.
Yeah, thank you, Bradley. So why we are better from our competitors? That like I said, and Bradley said, that we are the full ecosystem. We create the UX UI that way that the fans will easily come and buy some tokens of the celebrities, and also buy some exclusive benefits from the marketplace. About our traction, so as I said, we are already partnered with the Entourage Global Agency. This is agency where the Roberto Carlos is co-founder. We also signed the Roberto Carlos, and his marketing of the platform will start in 2 or 3 weeks on his social media. We are on the beta testing. We tested the tokens of the MMA fighter, and a lot of comments come from there, and a lot of his fans come and bought his tokens. So we are, for now, we are understanding that, for example, from his followers, 1% came and bought approximately for $10 each his tokens. So if the Roberto Carlos will bring us 1% of his followers, and they will bought each the tokens for $10, it will be more than $1 million. That's it. So about tokenomics, we don't change it because I wanted to know your vision about tokenomics, our tokenomics, and about our rounds.
All right. Just a few points already. Like, I think, you know, if you have partnerships with like Roberto Carlos, I just had to Google who that is actually, but like if you have like really good partnerships, I think it's worth mentioning in the slides, worth mentioning, you know, like who you're already partnering with as like kind of like putting out, you know, the edge of tier 1 celebrities you're having. So I think that's going to be really useful. The other point of feedback I generally have is, you mentioned in the beginning, like Bill Murray and like Grimm's selling digital NFTs that can represent like a lunch with them or a beer with them. So I think one thing that you have to like flesh out a bit more is why do you guys not only do NFTs? Like, why do you need a token? And I think this ties into this tokenomics debate and like, what is actually the use case of the token? Like, what's the benefit of staking and yield farming? Like, yield farming is a very like basically, you know, when DeFi came around, you wanted to incentivize people putting money into liquidity pools. So that's why we got kind of yield farming for liquidity pools, because we needed to have liquidity for the pairs. It doesn't really like seem to make a lot of sense for me that, you know, the staking and yield farming for something that is more fan oriented. So not saying that, you know, you shouldn't like do what you're doing, but maybe
our staking will be like gamify staking. So you can choose some of the celebrities and you can stake tokens for their results of their games, if this will be the athletes. So our staking, it's not only just buy, hold, and take some money.
So like, what is the exact use case of the token? Is it like, if you're just saying betting on the games, it's like a betting platform then?
No. Exact use case of the tokens, it's to buy some exclusive benefits from the celebrities that they don't sell it anywhere else. So if we look the platform like Cameo, a lot of people buy some video greetings from the celebrities, but there is no tier 1 celebrity on this platform. Also, the big celebrities don't want to sell the videos because it's very cheap. So you can't sell the videos for about 10K or maybe more. We are creating the marketplace where the celebrities will put their exclusive benefits like video calling meeting, and fans will buy it like auction. It will be auction, and maybe its starting price will be $100 and the end price will be 100K.
But the key is as well, Stefan, this is all going to be customizable. So there's not going to be one standardized system for all A-list celebrities, because they can be in vastly different spheres. They can be, you know, A-list footballers such as Roberto Carlos, or they might be, you know, someone that doesn't necessarily appeal to the sporting world. So naturally, they're going to have different tiers and different availabilities, and we're going to customize that bespoke for each one of our A-list celebrities to maximize their contact and traction with their audience. So this is also going to be quite important. A lot of the other social token platforms, I mean, for instance, if you take a you know, fiat exchanging platform like OnlyFans, right? I would say one of the biggest problems with OnlyFans is it's not tailored enough to the industry. They have very standardized tiers. We're really going to be embodying the freedom that is within Web3, and we're going to be, you know, having a lot of one-on-one contact with our talent, making sure that they're able to get as much traction as possible with their audience. So that's what I'd say as well.
So the thing is, I'm just thinking, like, again, like you will be questioned quite hard, like if you talk to like labs or other like VCs in the space on the use case of the token. Again, here, like in the sense of, will you have a 1 token model, a 2 token model? Like if you have like 1 token that can be used for multiple influencers, but also for the DAO, I think you might put the risk at the tokenomics that you have like kind of a barrier of entry that, you know, similar to what we've seen with XE, like people will at some point not be inclined to have the tokens anymore. I think generally as well, if you want to have like tier systems, and I'm not saying, you know, that, you know, it's not cool that you have these tier 1 celebrities and the different like things you can do, but might be worth exploring if it would be worth as an NFT system that you have like 3 different tiers of NFTs that maybe give you access to a lunch. With like a more expensive tier 2 NFT, you can do something else.
This also works, Stefan. I mean, in the same way as a DAO can work with NFTs or tokens, exactly the same thing happens with the social token platform. But again, you know, it could be configured bespoke for each individual. So it's I think it's in the works. David, have you got any comments on that? The use of NFTs, maybe?
Yeah. So fans don't like NFTs. Only cryptos like NFTs. And as you see, the Roberto Carlos NFTs are falling down after listing on the Binance, because now is a bear market and cryptos have no money. But fans buy NFTs only when the NFTs have some utilities. That's why we are calling our tokens not the tokens of the celebrities. For fans and celebrities, we are telling that we are creating some shares, some celebrity popularity shares, because the celebrities can't create shares like companies, but their followers sometimes bigger than followers of the big companies. Like you see the followers of the Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi, they have a lot of very huge fan base. So they can't create shares, but we are creating them shares using the crypto. And this idea is, we are selling this idea for celebrities and also for their fans, and they understand this idea. And they don't understand the idea of NFTs, because they can download the photo of Cristiano Ronaldo and they don't need to pay hundreds and thousands of dollars for this image.
Well, it's not about the image. It's about, like, for example, the Bill Murray example you gave, right?
Yeah.
That people will have a beer. So it's like a one-time thing for this interaction, rather than after it will use its value, but it's for this like interaction with like a fan.
Yeah, if NFT will give more utilities, it will be interesting for fans, but not for celebrities, because when we are creating the shares, some fans will only buy and hold this share, and all the tokens will rise on the price, and the celebrity will gain more money. And also when the fan want to buy some exclusive benefits, he will return this share for the celebrity, and celebrity will sell it again. And it is very huge opportunity for the celebrities to create money income, very big money income, and for the fans that they can very easily use this share and very easily buy and sell this share, not only not like NFT.
All right, got it. Cool. There's two more notes I wrote down. One being on the market side. I think one thing you mentioned, like sport market in the UK, like people spend between 5 to 10K. I think that's actually a really, really strong point, that you'd be like, I think this might be better than, you know, saying, oh, OnlyFans made 2.5 billion last year, but saying, hey, this is like the general market, 2.5, 2 to 10K per person. There's X amount of like people in the world, like our fans in the world, like give a bit more of like statistic on that. And I think that's a really strong point, maybe stronger even than the OnlyFans point and the revenue statement.
Yeah, let me say something more. Reddit, they have 52 million active users, and they don't share their NFTs because Reddit followers hate the NFT, hate crypto, and morely hate NFT. And they told, we are creating digital assets. So this is not NFT. You can buy your new, create your new photo in the Reddit. So you can buy it for $15. And a lot of they gained more than $80 million because non-crypto guys don't like NFTs. And a lot of people sending money for their celebrities or their influencers from the Patreon and a lot of platforms like this, only for give some help. So this is also opportunity to give some help for the celebrities, or to show that the fans like this celebrity. I understand you. We will write more about how many fans spending on their celebrities, on their favorite sports and else. Yeah, I got it.
What's the general mechanic? Because I saw on your website, there's no way to like connect my wallet. So do I, like, if I want to like buy these tokens, do I pay just with credit card and you use like MoonPay to process that?
We are working now with only stables. So you can create the account on our platform, draw the stables, and from these stables, you can buy the tokens of the celebrities. In 3 or 4 months, we will create our own tokens, and also you will be able to buy the tokens of the celebrities from our tokens. And our token will be like BNB. So when you are holding the tokens of our platform on your account, you will you'll have the decreasing fees. Sorry, sorry for my English. That's why I call our friend and our advisor Bradley. And also you will be able to enter to the launch pods only when you're staking or holding our token or of our platform.
Okay, got it. One last point for me, and I think that might be important for like pitching to VCs in the end. On the tokenomics, and that's a bit in like, you know, like where the proceeds go and like your raise. You have like full raise 6 million that you're looking to raise, right?
Yeah.
Just thinking out loud, like these seem like a bit like, just looking at it, it seems like arbitrary numbers. So try to like back these numbers up a bit with like, if you say like you have like fully diluted valuation is around like 40 million, like back it up with a bit why you think so. And that can tie in with like market size, the potential, you know, the potential like spend per customer, the market size, and the growth you have with like, you know, the partnerships on like tier 1 and give some like forecast in a way on how you expect this to go in the next 1 or 2 years, or like 3 years, since that's like the vesting period, to kind of justify this valuation. Because now, just looking at it from like an investor perspective, it seems a bit arbitrary, and I would question, you know, how you come up with these numbers. So I think there you can just add one slide on some calculation how you get there. I think that could be really useful.
This calculation is made with help of our friend from the BC. So we are sitting and calculated and looking for our competitors and the market size. That's why they write to us. Maybe we will decrease these numbers.
Not saying you should decrease it, but like justify the number a bit. Because right now I'm not really sure where this number is coming from. That's, I think, that's the bigger thing.
I got it. Thank you.
But just looking through the new slides you sent around earlier, like this looks really good, actually, in the sense you have like a story, like what you're trying to do, solution, revenue model. I think that's all very clear. Again, I think the things you will be potentially questioned on is really on like the tokenomics and, you know, how you compare to like Chili's and other competitors, like why you're better. But I think you made a good point there with like your tier 1 celebrities, the strong all-in-one ecosystem. So try to emphasize that. And then, yeah, I think that's all from my side.
Also, the agency of Roberto Carlos is the agency that brings most of the clubs for the Chili's. And they understand the market. They understand how to talk with the celebrities, how to bring them. And should we write this on our pitch deck?
I think it can be a strong benefit that you have a strong partner that, you know, can leverage this. I think you've mentioned it verbally, right? So in that sense, it's good. But yeah, always good to like point out all the strengths you have. So yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
And Stefan, what do you think about the social tokens? And do you think that we can enter to the Binance Labs program?
So on the Binance Labs program, it will probably, I can send it across to a colleague, but they will do their own like valuations on that.
Yeah, we will clearly write some more points that you told us.
So Binance, we are heavily partnered with Chili's actually. So
yeah,
we're really interconnected with them. We've funded them throughout. Generally, I think, you know, this is a good presentation. Again, the only thing that where you might get questions, because there has been a lot of debate around, you know, the need for tokens, and especially in like the social setting. Why you're doing it with a token? Why not just as a Web2 solution? Like, how can you make sure that as a VC, as me as an investor, and you have yield farming rewards, generally means there's like some form of inflation to the token. How can you ensure that, you know, if I buy like a specific valuation, like my token is not losing 40–50% of its value over the next year? So really on that tokenomics, think a bit like, why wouldn't it? And I think the argument to like come back is that you have more people buying these tokens, and it's one central token for the platform, that with like you onboarding new users, you would overcome this because there's more demand than supply. And then I think the next question will be around sustainability. How like sustainable is it to keep on onboarding users, or will this be just a short-term thing? And I think there you can then tie in with like the agency you're working with, that there's actually like a big portfolio of celebrities you can fall back on. And this is like gradually expanding over the next few months and years. to kind of justify that these tokenomics could be sustainable. And like me as a VC, I wouldn't lose all my money in the next 3 years.
Got it. Should we write some mechanics of the celebrity tokenization? Should we show how they will get money, because we have market making on our platform and the celebrity can't sell their tokens themselves. Also, their tokens will be frozen for 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, if you have it, like have it as a backup for sure. Not really needed in this presentation, I think, but if questioned, it's good to show it.
Okay, we can put the link for the mechanics of the tokenization. And if VC will want to look for this mechanic, he can look from this link.
Yeah, I think that could be a good plan. All right. Any other questions on that? I think, yeah, most of the stuff
Yeah.
coming.
I have one more question. My name is Anthony. I'm a CMO. Nice to meet you. I want to know, how do you think, should we improve our pitch deck with statements for crypto enthusiasts? Maybe we can add some information how they can trading on our exchange, or why it will be interesting for crypto enthusiasts, because we will have a big volume of social token trading, something like that.
I think you can, but then again,
or just focus on fans and celebs, fans and followers.
Yeah, because I think like one of the things you mentioned earlier, or David mentioned earlier in the presentation, was like it's not just tailored towards people who are like in the crypto space, but generally towards fans. So maybe keep it more general in that sense, that it's not just for crypto native people and there's benefits for them, but hey, this is a place fans go when they want to interact with their idols. And the mechanics behind it might be like crypto native, but that's not, you know, the selling point. The selling point is you're the platform that people go to like buy a lunch with XYZ, or to get like private insights into like a concert tour from like a singer. I think it's like these kind of benefits, right?
Yeah, something like that. And also we want to collaborate with some big crypto exchange for launch social token on Launchpad. So should we mention in a pitch deck about it? Because we're thinking about to make launch with tier 1, tier 2 launchpads.
Yeah, I think you can mention that.
I think there is no more questions, Stefan. Thank you very much.
All right.
And yeah, if you will have some feedback about our pitch deck, and we will change some points on it, can we send to you? And if you will have some time, you will give us feedback about a new one.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I haven't like this one I've only saw now as well, right? So happy to like, you know, see the final version after this.
Yeah, actually I have one last question concerning our team members. As you have seen, maybe pretty much of our team members are from Russia, and I would like to know your thoughts about mentioning Russian core team. Maybe we should attract some people as representatives from not Russian country.
No, I don't think so. Like honestly, like Russian people are super smart. And I think everyone is kind of aware of, you know, Russian people being smart. And
I'd be careful of that generalization, Stefan. I've met some Russians that aren't incredibly smart. The president being one of them.
Well, who knows, right? Like I think it really depends on, the goals you want to achieve. But no, generally, I don't think it's a problem. Like, I think no one thinks just, because crypto is kind of like in a weird situation in Russia. I know most of my friends, they're moving like their residence to Kazakhstan. It doesn't mean that, just having a Russian team is something bad. Like, in general, I think people will give you credits for being quite technical and having a good understanding of, the mechanics.
It's
Yeah,
true,
so-
actually. Just a point, Alexa, as well. One of Russia's biggest soft exports, if you like, is tech. It has an incredibly high percentage of cyber literate individuals, probably because of the weather, maybe, but actually it's a very positive stereotype. The Russians tend to be very tech literate, and nowadays, especially in Dubai, incredibly blockchain literate. Especially the Russian speaking community in Dubai is huge. Stefan, I'm sure you've met a number of Russians out there. I've got a few colleagues out there as well. So from my, if you want my 2 cents as well, I don't think the Russian thing is a big problem.
I just saw a number of cases where Russian startups got to the final stage of getting funds, but at the end they were declined for their nationality. So I just wanted to clarify that.
I think the bigger risk is where you're then incorporated, right? And then as a VC, you might be skeptical around, like, are your funds safe? But if you kind of communicate that, either you incorporate in Estonia or somewhere in Europe, or like find a way to like argument against that, then I think it's fine. I think, the worry is not really, like the team being Russian, but the money being located in Russia. And then as a VC,
we don't locate in Russia, and our company located in Seychelles.
Yeah, see, then that's fine. So then that should be like against that point for being Russian, just being like, hey, we're an international team with Russian background.
Okay.
Money is not even in Russia. So I think that is the key point that I've been seeing, actually, that it's more making sure you're able to get your money out if you want to.
Okay, thank you very much, Stefan. So see ya.
Great meeting you guys, and yeah, feel free to send me the latest version of this.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
See you.